Are you looking for the best motherboards? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best motherboards on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Gigabyte B650 Aorus Elite AX ATX Motherboard. The Gigabyte B650 Aorus Elite AX became a pivotal part of my build when I upgraded to the AMD Ryzen 8000G series. I was drawn to this motherboard because of its balance between premium features and affordability, making it perfect for a high-performance yet cost-effective gaming rig. Supporting the AM5 socket and blazing fast DDR5 memory, it allowed me to fully unleash the power of my Ryzen 8000G chip, and the 14+2+1 phase power design gave me peace of mind with its clean, reliable power delivery. The 8-layer PCB and large heatsinks kept temperatures in check, even during extended gaming sessions. One of the highlights for me was the PCIe 5.0 support, which enabled bleeding-edge NVMe SSD speeds. The ultra-durable PCIe 5.0 x 4M.2 slots were a dream, and with the easy latch designs, upgrading and swapping components was effortless. Connectivity was another major win between the 2.5 gigabits Ethernet, Wi-Fi 6E, and USB-C. I was covered for all my needs, whether gaming or streaming. Audio quality also exceeded expectations with premium capacitors, providing crystal-clear sound for immersive gameplay. Of course, the customizable RGB lighting added a bit of flair to my setup, making it stand out. The intuitive BIOS was a bonus, making tuning and performance monitoring a breeze. Combined with Smart Fan 6 and advanced thermal design, my system stayed cool and whisper quiet, even when I pushed it to the limit. With Gigabyte's 5-year warranty, I knew I was getting a long-term investment. The B650 Aorus Elite AX delivered all the features I needed to future-proof my setup, and it remains the backbone of my Ryzen 8000G-based gaming rig, offering multi-generational support for years to come. Number 2. Asus Prime B650 Plus AM5 ATX Motherboard. The Asus Prime B650 Plus became my go-to motherboard when I built my latest Ryzen 7000 series rig. I was looking for something that could deliver next-gen performance and connectivity without breaking the bank, and this board did not disappoint. With its AM5 socket ready to handle the latest Ryzen processors, paired with robust power delivery and thermal design, it allowed me to push my CPU to its limits. The 4 DIMM slots supporting DDR5 speeds up to 6,600 metric tons per second were a game-changer, keeping everything running smoothly when I needed extra horsepower for both gaming and content creation. The PCIe 5.0 x 4M.2 slot and PCIe 4.0 support were key in giving me cutting-edge NVMe SSD speeds, which noticeably improved load times and overall system responsiveness. I was also impressed by the connectivity options. USB 3.2 Gen 2 by 2 Type-C, 2.5 gigabits Ethernet, Wi-Fi 6E, and Bluetooth 5.2 made sure I had all the fast networking and peripheral support I needed for my daily tasks. One thing I loved about the Asus Prime B650 Plus was how builder-friendly it was. The pre-mounted I/O shield, QDIMM slots, and Q release buttons simplified the build process, which made upgrading components a breeze. Asus's thoughtful design with tool-free PCIe slot Q-latch and M.2 Q-latch saved me so much hassle during upgrades. The audio was another pleasant surprise. Tuned capacitors and DTS sound provided impressive sound quality that enhanced my gaming and content consumption experience. This motherboard brought the perfect balance of reliability and future-proofing, making it a solid backbone for my high-value AMD build. Whether I'm gaming, creating content, or handling productivity tasks, the Asus Prime B650 Plus has proven to be a fantastic choice. Number 3. MSI B650 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi AM5 ATX Motherboard. The MSI B650 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi AM5 ATX motherboard played a key role when I was building my most recent gaming and content creation rig with the AMD Ryzen 7 8700G. I was looking for a solid foundation that could handle both high-performance gaming and multitasking-heavy workloads, and this motherboard delivered. Supporting the latest AMD Ryzen processors, it provided the customization and power I needed. One of the standout features for me was the ability to install up to 192 gigabytes of overclocked DDR5 memory at 6000 MHz across its 4 dual-channel slots. This was a lifesaver when running demanding applications and multitasking between gaming, streaming, and video editing. Storage was never an issue with the two PCIe 4.0x 4M.2 slots, which allowed me to install high-speed NVMe SSDs for lightning-fast load times, and the 4 SATA 3 ports gave me plenty of room for additional storage drives. The rear I/O panel was another highlight, packed with various USB ports, including a 20 gigabits per second USB-C port, making data transfers quick and painless. The built-in Wi-Fi 6E and 2.5G LAN provided fast, reliable networking for both wireless and wired setups, which was essential for my streaming and online gaming needs. I also appreciated the dual PCIe 4.0x16 slots for future-proofing my build, giving me room to install powerful graphics cards without worrying about throttling, thanks to the reinforced slots and efficient thermal design. As someone who enjoys tinkering with builds, the DIY-friendly features like the Easy Debug LEDs and BIOS flashback button were invaluable for troubleshooting and ensuring everything ran smoothly. Whether I'm running Windows 10 or 11, this motherboard has all the essentials to power my AMD-based gaming and content creation setup. It's been a fantastic backbone for my system, providing the performance and flexibility I need to tackle any task. Number 4. MSI Mag X670E Tomahawk Wi-Fi AM5 ATX Motherboard. When I decided to upgrade my rig, the MSI Mag X670E Tomahawk Wi-Fi AM5 ATX motherboard became the perfect fit for my AMD Ryzen 7 8700G build. I was aiming for a solid mid-range option on the X670 platform, and this board offered the right balance of features and performance. What caught my attention right away was its 4M.2 sockets, including one PCIe 5.0x4 slot, which provided me with ample storage expansion options for my NVMe SSDs. The blazing fast PCIe 5.0 slot was a game-changer for my workflow, offering top-tier bandwidth for future upgrades like advanced GPUs or additional storage. While the board doesn't feature RGB lighting, which might be a deal-breaker for some users seeking aesthetic customization, I personally didn't mind. I prioritized performance over flashy lights, and the design of this motherboard was sleek and functional enough for me. Another aspect that stood out was its robust 14+2+1 power phase design with cooling technologies. This allowed me to overclock my Ryzen 7 8700G confidently, knowing that the power delivery would be stable under heavy loads. The DDR5 memory support was also a key feature, allowing me to install up to 192 GB of RAM running at 6000 MHz in dual-channel mode. The UEFI BIOS was user-friendly, and I had no trouble navigating the utilities for fine-tuning my system. Connectivity options were excellent, with Wi-Fi 6E, 2.5G LAN, and a variety of USB ports, including USB-C and USB-A, making sure I had all the speed and flexibility I needed for peripherals and networking. At a price point between $279.99 and $339, this motherboard provided a perfect blend of performance and cost-effectiveness. For me, the MSI Mag X670E Tomahawk Wi-Fi AM5 ATX offered everything I needed for a powerful yet budget-conscious build. Number 5. Asus ROG Strix B650E F Gaming Wi-Fi AM5 ATX Motherboard. When I was building my latest system, I chose the Asus ROG Strix B650E F Gaming Wi-Fi AM5 ATX motherboard to pair with my AMD Ryzen 7 8700G, and it turned out to be a fantastic choice for my gaming and content creation needs. One of the standout features that drew me to this board was the abundance of USB ports, especially the 20 gigabits per second USB-C port on the front. This made high-speed data transfers incredibly easy, especially when working with large video files during content creation. At $259.99, it struck a balance between cost and performance, and while some reviews gave it a 3.5 out of 5, my experience with this board has been more positive. Its compatibility with my Ryzen 7 8700G was seamless, even though specific details in reviews were sparse. The B650E chipset worked perfectly with the AMD Ryzen 7000 series, making my overclocking experience smooth and unlocking impressive performance for both gaming and multitasking. The robust 12+2 power stages, combined with ProCool power connectors and high-quality chokes, ensured stable power delivery even when pushing my CPU to the limits. The thermal design, featuring large VRM heatsinks and high-conductivity thermal pads, kept everything running cool under heavy loads, which was crucial for my streaming and gaming sessions. The motherboard's connectivity is excellent, with Wi-Fi 6E and Intel 2.5G Ethernet providing fast, reliable networking. The PCIe 5.0 M.2 slot and multiple PCIe 4.0 M.2 slots allowed me to take advantage of the latest NVMe SSDs, delivering blazing fast storage speeds that were perfect for my workflow. The intelligent control features like AI noise cancellation and AI networking also helped optimize performance and reduce background noise when I was recording content. Overall, the Asus ROG Strix B650E F Gaming Wi-Fi AM5 motherboard exceeded my expectations, delivering both the power and flexibility I needed to fully harness the capabilities of my AMD Ryzen 7 8700G.